Many of you here tonight may have attended the Unlimited Women's Awards in February. That night I was sitting at our table and Caroline came up to me with such a welcoming smile. I remember saying to her, you know, Caroline, this should be you whom we are honoring tonight for sponsoring the Unlimited Women's presentations. You do so much for women, and to honor them with the unlimited possibilities. Caroline thanked me for my remarks, saying that she enjoyed sponsoring these events and received pleasure out of doing so. The program started, and many of the nominated women had spoken when Julie, whom you just heard, came center stage, and I wasn't sure Julie was going to be here tonight, so I'm stuttering on this because I said if Julie's here in the audience, I want her to know how pleased I was because she got up and gave the most wonderful thank you to Caroline that anybody could have done. I was so pleased, and since I did not see her before I left that night, if she's here tonight, then I want her to know that she turned my wish into reality and how very grateful I was. And tonight I'm speaking about gratitude. The benefits of being grateful. And I shall repeat how much being grateful and showing gratitude is uniquely important to our well-being. When we are constantly grateful, we are more contented, more agreeable, happier, and able to face problems much more effectively. Being thankful for what we have creates a feeling of peace within us. Gratitude implies humility. Recognizing that we would not be who we are or where we are without the contribution of others who have helped and encouraged us on our way. Gratitude touches our hearts, focusing on the people in our lives that we love. Being grateful brings out the best in us and keeps us from taking those we love for granted. As I said before, if you remove the first two letters of the word gratitude, you are left with the word attitude. Different attitudes allow one to focus on the personal aspects of life. It is an opening for our positive attitude to take precedence, allowing us to give and receive more lovingly. I know the following to be true, and it cannot be said too often. When we show a more positive attitude about things that are of concern to us and others, negatives begin to change to positives, and the situation is not the disaster that we assumed it to be. When we're filled with gratefulness, the feeling of gratitude takes on a life of its own. We feel lighter, almost weightless. Our whole body responds to this delightful feeling, which is beyond measure, and the knowledge of it shines wherever and whomever we are with. Feeling grateful for something or someone in your life actually attracts more of the things that you appreciate and value into your life. The more of your life you like and appreciate, the healthier you will be. And what goes along with gratitude? and positive attitudes. It is compassion. If we focused our compassion on the people we know who appear to be unhappy, argumentative, and behave negatively, perhaps, just perhaps, if we met them with compassion and understanding, we could help make a change in their lives. When we are being compassionate, accepting of others for who they are and where they are in their journey of life, we are actually adding to our own boundaries of self-care on all levels, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. The more you think with your heart, the more you will be led in the right direction. We are all capable of being a better person than we portray ourselves to be. If we are with someone who expresses a derogatory opinion of someone else, do we agree with them or do we disagree? We can often change an unfortunate attitude just by not agreeing with a negative remark. Sometimes silence is golden. In the workplace, when someone does something for us, do we say a quick thanks and walk away? Or do we say, I'm grateful to you for having done that for me? This kind of a thank you is remembered, and the difference it will make in your working relationship is almost phenomenal. Try it. One more page. Before I moved to Vancouver Island, for which I'm very grateful that I did, I lived in Richmond. At the 2010 Olympics, I was fortunate to be chosen as one of Richmond's 10 torchbearers. It was a great honor, and each of the 10 had a designated area to cover with their torch, which was lit by the torchbearer coming up to meet them. Then each one would run off with the lit torch and meet the bearer up ahead. I was the eldest of the bearers, and I met with the youngest of the bearers. We put our torches together, and hers lit from mine. The flames rose in the air, and I will never forget the glow in my heart as I watched those flames entwined with each other up towards the sky. Excuse me, I still get a tear in my eye when I think about it. It was a glorious moment, and I wrote to Bombardier, the company who made the torches, and I thanked them for making such a beautiful torch, and how grateful I was to be able to carry it, and doubly grateful. And doubly grateful. I've lost my place. Just 1 second, I won't be too long. Doubly grateful, there it is. And how grateful I was to be able to carry it, and doubly grateful for how it had made me feel. The letter I received back was so full of gratitude for my letter. It was from the head of Bombardier Company, saying that it was very difficult to express to me how grateful the members of the crew who designed and built the torches for the Olympics. When they read my letter, she said, I can't tell you how grateful they were. So you see, a feeling of gratitude never stops. It went from one end of the country to the other and back again. Gratefulness works. Tonight, when you snuggle down to sleep, take a moment to think of all the people and the things for which you are grateful. You will sleep like a baby. Thank you, everyone. A special thank you to Caroline.